What it is, y'all, it's your old boy Pill, and I'm coming back today with more My Hero Academia. Now, I'm going to take my hand at talking about this summon. This is a new summon, and I believe this is the same on JP and Global simultaneously. At least that's the understanding that I have at the moment. I could be wrong on that. Once again, we've been at this less than 24 hours. So I finally got an account that I like. I did get Momo, and I did get Bakugo. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get anybody else on top of that, but I did enough re-rolling. I was happy with it, so we're here. Now, we need to talk about this banner that literally just dropped. It's the first banner we've seen on the global version of the game, and it is worth understanding now how we want to address these situations, because we have a unit here that is, by all accounts, really, really, really good, and we've got some memories that are fantastic. So let's go here to drop rate, and let's go talk about this, okay? So, recruit info. Blah, 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 blah. Girls Infinite Project, the Desert's Recruit. So, she's UR Rarity. She's an Int type. Increases the drop rate of event item Sweet Medallion in Girl Power's Infinite Protector. So, that's actually her thing. We're going to go to Hot Picks, because what we care about is her major effects. So, Wild Curiosity. Deals 600% damage to a single opponent. So, she's a single target unit. Increases plus Ultra Gauge of all allies, says excluding character. Okay, excluding yourself, by 20%. Also regenerates HP of the of allies, excluding character. I'm guessing that's excluding herself, by 20% for 3 turns. So she's a massive, massive support buff. Okay, HP is 28,000. Power is 5876, which I really don't know how to gauge that necessarily, but it seems pretty good. Speed is 429 and critical rate is 10. I honestly don't know too much about that at this moment, but I will say what she does for your team looks phenomenal. 600% single target damage seems really good, and that Ultra Gauge buff is going to be amazing, as well as the HP regen. So she is pretty much a must have in the game. Now, before we get to the summoning and all that, don't go crazy yet. Stay tuned. Now, a lot of times we will need to talk about SRs, because even some SRs are really, really, really good. Case in point here. Uraka deals 500% damage to a single opponent. I try to read her first name and last name simultaneously. It was bad. Deals 500% damage to a single opponent. Skill damage increased by up to 30% if the character is affected by speed up. Skill impact is increased by 30% if the opponent is affected by speed down. So she could still be quite good. She could still support your team pretty well, and we're at the point in the game right now where SRs are still really, really good. In fact, JP even has a number of SRs that are still extremely viable. So, don't get it twisted. SRs can still be really good. Case in point, look at those stats. Those stats aren't too far off. Her stats are 2810. I always butcher her name, so I'm just not even going to try it. And her HP stat is 22,601. So they're really, really, really close. So don't start counting out your SRs quite yet. SRs can still be very, very, very valuable in-game. Now, we also got some memories. This UR memory looks to be insane. HP is 7356, power is 2640, and speed is 165. But let's read the effects. The effects are what really blow me away. Increases characters' abilities depending on the types of characters on the team. So every typing gets a different effect. All right? Increases characters' power. So increases characters' power by 25% if there are any strength type characters. Skill impacted by 30% if there are any ability type characters. Max HP by 30% if there are int type characters. Critical rate by 25% for mind characters, and speed by 25% if there are any DST. What's DST? Distinct? I don't know. I honestly don't know. But I'm probably gonna... Is that defensive? I don't honestly remember. I'm drawing a blank here now. Cut me some slack. We've been playing this game for less than 24 hours. I just got my reroll builds done, so you cut me a little bit of slack on that one. So the stats displayed are at max level and limit break. Obviously, when they're a little bit lower when you first get the unit and when they're not leveled up, these stats aren't going to quite be the same. But those are insane numbers. Can we just take a moment to just appreciate the fact that these are big, big, big buffs. 25 and 30% buffs are massive buffs. So as far as this banner goes, it is really a must summon. I didn't pay that much attention to the SR one here, but let's take a look. 5916 HP, 2240 power, and 135. Increases character's max HP by 25%. Further increases character's max HP by 25% when equipped by a female character. So, basically, equip this onto, like, Araka, and you've got a phenomenal HP buff. In fact, that probably puts her HP right in the realm of hers. So, you know, don't count out your SRs yet. And remember, SR drop rates are really good. So, UR drop rates of 2%. SR drop rates for a character is 8%, and memory is 11%. Now, ours are way up there, but you're talking about a combined drop rate of, what, 20%? So, don't sneer at that. It's really, really, really good. Really good. So, how do you handle this situation? Because obviously, I'm telling you guys you want to summon on this. Well, we need to look at the dates first and foremost. So this is until 2/25. All right? One thing you will need to pay attention to. This is a massive, massive, massive thing. Every single day, you're going to get a free summon. So utilize that on this banner, okay? Perform a free recruit. Let's go. Let's see what we get. I'm not expecting a huge amount, but if I get an SR, I'll be ecstatic. Let's take a look. Thus far, my summons have not been terribly exciting. I will say that. The reroll took a really, really, really long time and a lot of diligence. So let's see what happens here. I'm expecting an R. All right. Yeah, so kind of what I expected. I'm not going to lie, pretty much what I expected. So there we go. So recruit XP points. So actually the best part about this is you will actually gain points towards your pity system up there while you're even doing your freebies. Now the question is, can you do freebies on the other banners? The answer is no. You're going to pick one freebie a day and you're going to do that. So my recommendation would be do your freebies on this. Now if you actually do want this unit, and you're in a lot of luck right now, because the best part is, today is the 10th. You have until the 25th. You can basically sit back for the next 2 weeks and not worry about this banner. Do your daily pulls. Hopefully you get the unit. If you do not get the unit, on that final 24 hours, then you can go in here and you can do a couple of multis and see what you get. But do not lose faith in that daily single. You've got 2 weeks to just sit and just chill, and you could probably acquire some units free to play. I'm not saying you'd acquire the new units, but statistically speaking, you've got 14 draws. And what's our drop rate? 2%? It's not bad. Like your odds, statistically speaking, are not terrible. Not great, but not terrible. So chill on that single summon and see where we get. When we get closer to the end of the banner, then we'll go in and we'll go hard. And I want to give a big shout out to Jay Fanta for his video on this topic that actually gave me the idea for that. Because it is, like, from a free-to-play standpoint, it is just the most intelligent way to handle this. I know, like, you know, we're going to get impatient, and the whales are going to have really crazy numbers, and they're going to have all these units right off the bat. But if you're not looking to whale and go, you know, just get silly on this banner, it is worth noting that you could chill here for 2 weeks and gain 14 exchange points, really for nothing. Now, the exchange system is probably something we would want to just cover in and of itself at some point. You know, you can get a free bond for 50 exchange points. You can get free UR for 500, or sorry, yeah, 300 exchange points. Sorry, said 500. 300 exchange points, you get a free unit. At 50 exchange points, so you get a free bond, and that is kind of nice. But we'll talk more about this later on. I want to see how I feel about this. The pity system, it doesn't seem to be bad. It also doesn't seem like it's amazing. But to be fair, no pity system really is. So, I've got it a little further in the game before I feel pretty good about that. But I wanted to talk about this banner, and before you go ham, let you know you do need to chill in this. You do need to wait and do your single summon every day, and then at the end of the banner, then go in. That's what I'm going to do. But for now, like and share, and make sure you subscribe to stay up to date. I'm going to come back with more of this as we learn some of the mechanics and as we learn more about the game. We'll talk more and more and more about this, and I have a lot of content planned coming up here really soon. So stay tuned. See you guys shortly.